Okay, well, I thought I would narrate this video and tell you a little bit about what's going on. Several weeks ago, I decided to run in the Oklahoma City Memorial Half Marathon. And so I signed up and started training early in the year and was able to finish an 11-mile run about a week and a half before the half marathon, which is 13.1 miles. So I felt fairly confident that I would be able to finish this race yesterday. The race packets and bibs, timing chip bibs, were ready for us on Friday and Saturday at the Cox Convention Center, at the Fitness and Health Expo. And so there's a picture of my line where I could pick up my packet. I took Julia and Nadia with me, and they had a cute little photo op there in front of a canvas with the memorial printed on it. The memorial refers to a bombing which happened about, I believe, 24 years ago in Oklahoma City when the Alfred Murrah building was bombed by Timothy McVeigh and his co-conspirator. His name escapes me at the moment, but you can Google it and find out. Then, of course, I got my own ugly mug in there close to the memorial. There's a tree that survived the explosion. It's called Memorial Tree, and so this balloon tree was a replica of that, and the girls wanted a picture there. They also posed next to the gorilla at the booth representing Gorilla Hill, which is a fun part of the race where they give away free bananas and people are dressed in gorilla costumes and whatnot. So that was fun. The convention center had over 60 exhibitors in it. And then, of course, this lighted sign with 13.1. So the girls got their picture made in front of it. Then on Saturday, I took the whole family to the convention center. There were a lot of giveaways, a lot of fun things for kids. And so they got the same photo op in front of the canvas of the memorial. And then we traded places, and Jennifer took the shot. This next picture is of a green Cadillac Escalade that had the names of all of the participants. I believe there were 24,000 participants this year. My name is at the far right, circled in blue, and so you can see that there. I actually did not find my name until after the race. I took pictures of every side of the car, and using an app and wasting more time than I should have, I was able to locate my name at the far right end of that particular panel. Then, of course, the kids wanted to get their picture with the 13.1 sign. Ezra, while unbeknownst to us, had turned around and was unscrewing one of the light bulbs in the sign, and when we screwed it back in, it changed from green to white. It was the only white bulb in the sign, and I was embarrassed. He's not a brat. He's just curious. Then, of course, the night before the race, Saturday night before the race, I was kind of mentally preparing, setting out my paraphernalia, my clothes. I went carefully selected what I was going to wear. It was supposed to be cold that morning, so I had a long-sleeved wicking shirt underneath my half marathon shirt. There's the bib pinned to the front of it. Some couple of packages of gummy chewies for calories along the way, along the route, so that your energy doesn't bottom out. There's the race packet up there in the far right corner, a plastic bag with a lot of free goodies and stuff. There was a wipe. I didn't need to use it, but it was a anti-chafing wipe. It had some kind of lubricating substance in it to keep from chafing in case you noticed a problem area. Fortunately, nothing like that happened. There's a little drink packet there, a little thing for ruby red grape juice. Somebody told me it tastes just like a freshly squeezed ruby red grapefruit. Frankly, when I put it in the water, it was not good at all, and it had a bad aftertaste, so not impressed. A little bit of lip balm, and of course the shoes over there on the far left. And the pants and everything. The next photo is as we were lining up in the corrals and getting ready for the race. Everybody coming in. This was about 6 o'clock, 6:15. There was 168 seconds of silence to remember the 168 people who lost their lives. There was a prayer. There was the national anthem. There were greetings from the governor and representatives and notable people in our community. Then, of course, the next picture is a rear-facing shot of everybody still lining up, getting ready for the race. The next picture is after the starting horn had sounded and the first corral, Corral A, was allowed to cross the starting line. I was in Corral B, so we had to shuffle forward slowly until our horn sounded, and then we were able to go Corral B and take off. They had to do it in segments so as to prevent a lot of overcrowding and injury. Then there is a shot of us coming up Lincoln Boulevard towards the state capitol. I actually got a lot closer than that, but that's the picture I took, so there you have it. The next photo is of Northeast 23rd Street. If I'm not mistaken, a little further ahead is where the marathoners and the half marathoners split off, and so we parted ways there. That's Northeast 23rd Street, a fairly major thoroughfare here in Oklahoma City that feeds right into the state capitol as well. This picture here is in the car on the way back. My brother picked me up somewhere close to the finish line. I only stopped long enough to pick up my finisher's shirt at the big tent. Huge hordes and hordes of people with 24,000 participants. You can only imagine all the friends and family members in addition to that, how many people there were. It was a packed madhouse. And fortunately, I didn't have to wait in line to get my finisher's shirt, which appears in the next photo, and of course a great big medal to all who finished the race there. And the finisher's shirt is kind of growing on me. At first I thought it was a little bit cheesy, but it's kind of neat. And on the back it says that I was a finisher of the 13.1 mile half marathon. This last picture is of my results. It's unfortunate that the largest number there is actually the gun time and not my chip time. So it measures the time it took me to do the marathon from the time that the horn sounded, which is not accurate because my chip had not crossed the starting line yet. The other number you want to take note of down there is the 2 hours and 15 minutes and 12 seconds. That was my actual time running the 13.1 half marathon, and it is 5.5 minutes longer than I was able to do it 3 years ago in 2016. The gun start time was at 6:30 and 4 seconds in the morning, and I ranked, as you can see by the numbers, I ranked about half in my my segment of males aged 40 to 44. I was about halfway there in the middle. And in the male division, I was also about halfway. I think that bottom number is a little bit obliterated by my sign. And then, of course, I was 1,901 out of 8,311 half marathoners. So, pat on the back. I feel pretty good about that. And since this was my second half marathon, I'm going to go ahead and buy the 13.1 sticker and put it on my car because now I think I've truly earned it. Anyway, thank you for listening and watching, and I hope you found it as interesting as I did.